Hello you guys, welcome back for week 3. I'm super excited to have you. If you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel and I am a 4th year student at RIT and I'm studying to take the LSAT this spring. Like I said, this is my 3rd week of studying and this week we are studying logical reasoning. I am using the Power Score Bible. I was going to show you guys, but I don't have it with me right now. I'm using the Power Score LSAT Bibles to study. And honestly, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun vlogging it for you guys and telling you about what I'm learning and all that kind of stuff. So I hope you enjoy the video and I'll talk to you soon. All right, we've got week 3, day 1, ready to go, working on logical reasoning today, starting the next book that I have, and I am studying in bed today because that was the most comfortable spot. These are my plants that I get to look at while I'm studying. They're so cute. They're resting on top of the heater right now so they can get some light, but they normally live up on the top of my bookshelf over there. But I thought they just look cute there so I can get some nice vibes while I'm reading for a while. So just like the Logic Games book, this one starts out with an introduction to the LSAT overall, and it kind of highlights all of the sections and like how the LSAT is scored and stuff. And then it also has just a basic chapter of like the basics of logical reasoning, and then it goes into all the types of questions and stuff. So fun fact, if you're watching this video and you've never taken the LSAT or you've never looked into the LSAT or whatever, you might not know that 2 of the 4 scored sections on the LSAT are actually logical reasoning, which makes the logical reasoning section count for almost 50% of your grade, basically. So it's very important to know this stuff in this book. All right, so it's time for a little break. My studying snack / dinner just arrived. I'm eating it on my boyfriend's hoodie because I don't want to get it on my white comforter. I'm reading the book. And the second chapter for logical reasoning is a little longer than for the logic games, so I'm still working on that. It's been like 35 minutes. And my favorite sentence, I want to read you guys my favorite sentence from this chapter. It says, once the LSAT begins, never waste time reading the directions for any section. And I just think that's funny. And to take it out of context, you're like, whoa, why wouldn't they want you to read the directions? But they're basically talking about the fact that the same directions are going to appear on every section, on every test. So like it's the same standard set of directions. And they're like, you only have 35 minutes to answer the questions. And you don't want to waste like any more time than you have to, like reading directions and questions and stuff like that, because you need as much time as possible to read and completely understand what you're doing. So I just thought that was funny if you like take it out of context and it's like, whoa, they're literally telling me not to read the directions, but they're just saying know the directions before you go in, because you should be taking practice tests and the directions are going to be the same on the practice test as they are on the real test. I'm super excited to be starting a new subject. And I know last week, if you watched the video, I kind of said how it's so interesting to like learn about the different questions and like learn the strategy behind them. But then once I got like later in the book and I was doing more like drill sets, it got a lot less fun. Well, we're back in the fun part of like learning the basics and the structure of the questions and like different things like that and ways the test takers try to trick you. So we're back to thinking it's fun. So there's an update for you. Hello everybody. I think the last time I talked to you guys was on Tuesday and it is now Saturday. It's about 1 o'clock. I'm sitting down to study again. Since Tuesday, I'm like looking at my study sheet to remember what I did. I studied on Wednesday for a little bit and just finished up chapter 2. So now I am ready to begin chapter 3, which is all about the question stem and answer choices. So that's what we're starting today. It's a pretty hefty chapter, about 40 pages. So, you know, pretty average chapter. So I don't know how far we'll get. I think I finished outlining chapter 2 as well, but I'll just check that the next time I go into outline, either today or tomorrow. And so far I'm at an hour and a half for this week, so I'll probably study a little bit today and probably a little bit tomorrow too, so I can at least hit that 3-hour mark, which is my goal every week. Other than that, I don't really have much So I guess I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. All right, so I just finished for today. I did about half of chapter 3. I stopped after I did a drill about identifying what type of question is being asked. This logical reasoning section is definitely more difficult, or I'm having a more difficult time than I was having with logic games last week, but it's fine. Just means we're gonna have to spend some extra time on it. Not everything is gonna be easy, especially with the LSAT, especially in law school. So I'm ready for it, but definitely a little more tricky to keep this logical reasoning section under wraps to keep everything organized than with the logic game so far. So I want to make sure I'm not doing like too much at a time, and I'm like outlining really well and reviewing the material really well before I add on new material. So I read like the first half of the chapter, which again was all about the different types of questions that they can ask and the basic general definitions of those types of questions. And then I went through and outlined each of those types of questions, and then I did the drill about identifying them. And I think I don't know, I did pretty well in the drill, but while I was doing it, I was like, I don't know. But other than that, that's where we are for today. What's up, guys? It's Sunday. It's like 11 o'clock, 11:30, and I just finished studying. I spent about half an hour finishing up chapter 3, which I was working on yesterday, and I just got my outline done, and I updated my study tracker for this week and for next week. I hit my 3-hour mark today, and I completely finished chapters 1, 2, and 3 in my logical reasoning book, and I outlined for everything that I've read so far, and that's where we're stopping this week. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please leave any comments, suggestions, questions that you have about anything that I'm doing down below in the comments, and I would love to answer it, get to know some of you guys. Would be really awesome. And please subscribe if you want to follow along and see me study for the rest of the test. I'd love to have you. And that's all I've got, and I'll see you guys next week.